Welcome back to Bundt Makes. My name is Callie, and today we are going to be making a really delicious citrus cardamom olive oil bundt cake. So that name is a mouthful to get out, but you are going to love this cake. It's going to have a lot of really delicious kind of Mediterranean inspired flavors and ingredients. The citrus is really going to pack a punch, and the texture is going to be moist and fluffy, and you are going to love it. So let's get right into it. But before we begin, as always, please remember to subscribe, like, share, chat in the comment section, and follow me on social media for more recipes and additional content. So these are the ingredients that you are going to need. I have some flour, baking powder, a little bit of, or a lot of it actually, of ground cardamom. I have some eggs, vanilla extract, fresh squeezed lemon juice. Here I have some plain full-fat Greek yogurt. I also have some extra virgin olive oil, of course. I have some granulated sugar, brown sugar, lemon zest, and some salt. So before we begin, I do want to point out that if you don't want to use lemon in this recipe, you can also use orange, and it is just as delicious. So either will do. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and let's do this. So it's really, really simple. You're not going to make any kind of frosting or anything for this recipe. It has just a ton of flavor and a great texture all on its own. It's gonna be great. So first, I'm gonna take all my dry ingredients. So that's my ground cardamom, flour, baking powder, and now some salt, of course. And I'm just gonna give this a really quick toss to get these ingredients nice and combined. That ground cardamom, if you've never had it, it has very kind of like fruity, I guess you could maybe say citrusy kind of flavors. I could smell it already. It is so delicious, and it pairs perfectly with citrus as well. So it's used in many different cultures all over the world, in sweets, savory dishes, you name it. It is incredible. So okay, this looks good for now. So next up, this is optional. If you forget to do this when you're making this recipe, it's fine. The cake is still gonna be delicious, but we want this citrus to pack a punch. So one way to ensure that it will pack a punch is to massage the lemon zest into the sugar with your hands, just for, I don't know, a few minutes, maybe a couple minutes or so, not long. And what this is gonna do is it's really going to release the oils in the lemon zest, because I don't know if you know this, but the lemon zest is really what's gonna give us that lemony flavor. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna toss in the eggs. I'm gonna switch over to my electric whisk. You of course don't need to use an electric whisk. You could use a spatula, a handheld whisk, and I'm just going to whisk this up until it's nice and creamy and everything is well incorporated. Okay, that looks good. So next, I'm gonna add in the extra virgin olive oil, which is going to provide, like I said, just a beautiful texture and flavor. And I love extra virgin olive oil. I cook with it, I bake with it all the time. And if it seems odd to you, baking with extra virgin olive oil, then you just need to get used to the idea, because people have been doing this all over the world for a very long time, like I said, especially in Mediterranean cultures, and it's delicious. So you need to start loving extra virgin olive oil. It is liquid gold. So I'm going to mix this up until it's nice and creamy. Okay, that looks good. So next up, I'm gonna toss in my vanilla extract along with the plain Greek yogurt. And this is one of the few times you'll see me make a cake without buttermilk. But you know, I feel like some plain Greek yogurt is just a little bit more fitting, and it kind of goes with the vibe of the cake that we're making, and it's gonna provide really great texture. So I am going to mix this up until it's nice and creamy. Okay, so let's finish this off by adding in the dry ingredients, and I almost forgot to add the lemon juice. So I'm gonna mix this up until it's nice and creamy. I'm gonna clean up, and then let's finish this up. Okay, so I have my bundt pan here that I have just greased with some olive oil, or you could grease it with some butter or whatever other kind of non-stick spray. I'm just going to add in the batter like so. And like I said earlier, my oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is gonna bake in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes. You'll know once it's finished baking when you insert a knife or a skewer into the center of the cake and it comes out clean or with a few crumbs. So here we go, almost finished here. Okay, that's good. So Once this is finished baking, I'm gonna give you a close-up of just how soft and fluffy and moist and absolutely gorgeous this citrus cardamom olive oil bundt cake really is. That really is a mouthful to get out of your mouth, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, we are back. This baked for exactly 35 minutes in the oven. I let it cool a little bit before I flipped it. I inverted the bundt pan out onto a plate, as you can see here. Then I covered it very generously with some powdered sugar, and you can eat it as is, or you can do what I like to do, which is eat it with a little bit of Greek yogurt on the side. And it might sound a little funny, but you have to trust me, it is delicious. So as always, for the full written recipe and instructions, head to my blog, mooneymakesrecipes.com. I'll put the link for that in the description box below. Click on the link, the recipe will come right up, and make this cake. I promise you're gonna love it, and let me know what you think because I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.